AMM network. Following broadcast is solely for the enjoyment and entertainment of our audience. This is Blue Collar Minutemen Show.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Blue Collar Minutemen Show, where we're a few guys just trying to help make this country great again. Man, Bill, how's it going?
Doing good. How about yourself?
Doing pretty good. Have had a long week this week, but just like anything else, to go along with this long week, there's been a lot of long information to go with it. The craziness just keeps on coming.
Yes, it does.
I mean, let's face it, Bill, we're not short of any type of information or stories that are going on. I mean, we can talk about guns, we can talk about legislation, we can talk about Joe Biden. Now the thing is Russia and China, tons of stuff to talk about.
Yeah, it's a never-ending source out there because something strange or new happens every single day that just blows my mind, and I'm like, where did that come from? It's like, what were we talking about? The newest, what do you call it? Variation of COVID.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why do we let this man get on TV anymore? That's my question.
The illustrious Dr. Fauci now says there's a variant of the disease that can't be detected by a test and it has no symptoms, but we need to keep wearing our masks so we don't get this disease that has no symptoms and can't be found on a test. I mean, I don't understand it. I mean, if it's got no symptoms, you don't get sick from it. You can't detect it with a test. Why are we even worried about it?
The first thing that comes to my mind, Bill, the first thing I think of is me telling you, like, hey, Bill, Bigfoot is outside. He's going to be coming to get you. I want you to go over there and put on that steel suit. It'll help protect you. We haven't seen him, but we know he's out there. I mean, this is the same thing.
Huh? And people are buying it. This is what's crazy.
Well, and that's the insane part too. It's like, I'm not a genius, but just like anything else, if that's the case, I'm not going to worry too much about that. Because what if I walk outside and get struck by lightning? What if I walk down the street, get hit by a bus? What if, and this is a big what if I win the Mega Millions lottery? That's basically what Dr. Fauci has said. He's what ifing it. Well, what if? He's not basing any of this on fact. And even if he is saying that there's a variant out there, why even tell the people? Because he's basically, you can't test for it. There's no symptoms of it. It's out there, but it's not. I mean, come on.
Get your vaccine and wear your mask.
If
you get the vaccine, why do you still have to wear a mask? If it works.
They are using fear tactics to the nth degree. I've never seen anything like this in my lifetime till now. And we've said it before, Bill. Military and government have done top tests already on different propaganda and what to do to sway victory in war. They've tested all this stuff. But people seem to believe, oh, well, the government's not going to do that to us. They wouldn't do that to us. Why would they want to do it to us? Control. Yeah. Money and power. It's just that simple. To me, Dr. Fauci is just a tool that they're using. And Bill, you made a comment. It's been a few episodes ago, but he's never actually been. He's got a doctorate, I guess, but he's never actually treated anyone or something like that, wasn't it?
He's been in government for the past umpteen million years, I guess. He hasn't practiced in forever. I think he's been in government since the 60s. So, I mean, how good can he be?
Well, not just that. Why are we listening to him if he hasn't been in practice that long and he's sitting up there and all he knows is 60s information? But I guess because he's up there in government, we're supposed to listen to him.
That's what it appears.
Time and time again, people are proving to me that just because they have a degree doesn't make them the smartest person to listen to.
Exactly.
I mean, I'd rather trust Joe Smo, the mechanic down there who knows about, Chevrolet engines. Because 9 times out of 10, he knows about engines and he can probably tell you a little bit about life too.
Yeah.
Man. But when are we going to wake up, Bill? What is it going to take?
That's the question. I mean, they are pushing, and it seems like everybody's just taking it.
It really does.
So I don't know what's going to happen till somebody says, "Hey, wait a minute, this ain't right. We need to do something about this." I don't know what it's going to take.
We, of course, a lot of states, and everyone knows which states are liberal states. I mean, the elections can't come up fast enough to get a lot of these people out of here. And sitting here waiting is, of course, one of the hardest things. But if any of them are smart, they should know that their time is now limited if the people speak up.
Did you see where the plan for these new illegals is to dump them in what's called the swing states? I guess in hopes of giving them amnesty, making them citizens, and boosting the Democrat vote base there in the swing states. And that's where they're dumping them all. I mean, we just read a report that they're going to dump 400 a day starting in June. 400 families a day into these areas that are considered swing states. So we'll see where that goes.
Man, I feel sorry for those people in those states. I really do. Because, Bill, let's face it. I mean, we know not everyone's bad. And there are people in every state who might not have liked Trump the whole time. But with the things that we're seeing Biden doing, I think they're swaying their thought process, so to speak.
Buyer's remorse.
Yeah. And I don't think they want this. I mean, and something else, mainstream media is not going to cover it.
No.
They're not going to ask the people of those states. I would be willing to bet you if we could go and ask some of the people of those states and then put them up here on the podcast, I bet that they could probably tell you exactly how they feel.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I mean, unless you like paying $3 a gallon for gas, or wood, I don't know if you noticed, wood has doubled in price over the last two months.
Yes.
I've been doing a little renovating around the house, and it's ridiculous. The price for plywood and the OSB.
Yep.
It jumped up almost $20 a sheet.
That's insane.
I know. Somebody said something about they're doing that to stifle new home building. So people won't, it's part of the plan to get keep everybody from owning property. And it's outrageous. I don't know
Well,
if it's the gas, if it's the trucks or what, but it's just outrageous, the price.
well, and I hate to sound like this way, but I'm going to say we did once again, I'm referring back to something we've already done. Their whole plan is to shuffle everyone into the largest cities. That way they, meaning the elites, they can have all of the land for themselves. And all of us little guys get shuffled into big cities, concrete, high rises, apartment buildings. You don't own anything. That's their ultimate plan.
It's easier to control us. They got us all centralized.
Yes. And people have got to start waking up. I mean, there are several people that are fighting, and I'm going to go ahead and mention this guy's name, Mike Lindell. Mike Lindell's fighting. Despite his background, where he came from, he has become a success. He's the My Pillow guy and big Trump supporter. And he sees what they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
What's the next thing he's coming out with?
He's coming out with a company to rival Amazon.
Who?
It's what was it? My Shop or something like that. My store.
Yeah.
And it's supposed to launch, I think, here in the next day or two. And it's going to be direct competition for Amazon and all your online shopping. So we'll see how he does there. He's also got his own social media platform coming out this week or so.
Yeah.
So be looking for that.
When in June, July?
That's what they're saying. Yeah, in June. Trumper or whatever it's called.
Yeah, Trumper.
Yeah.
So people are fighting. We just got to jump on board and back them up.
Yeah, speaking of fighting, did you get the thing from Maxine Waters?
Good old
Maxine says that if was it Derek Chauvin, if he is found innocent or he's not convicted of first-degree murder, you need to burn the entire place down. These are her words to the rioters. If he is not found guilty, you need to burn the place down.
Now, this is coming from Maxine Waters, an elected official who is supposed to be working for her people. Is that not correct?
Supposed to be. She's inciting a riot.
I was going to say, in what way is she working for her people?
She said, she told Black Lives Matter protesters to get more confrontational. And didn't they try to impeach Trump for inciting a riot?
Yes.
But it's okay for Maxine Waters to publicly do it. She did it on Twitter. She did it in a speech. She's not trying to hide it.
Well, that's what I said before. These Democrats aren't trying to hide anything anymore. They just come right out and tell you. But not only that, Bill, I thought you said something to me about, it was read somewhere that she did it too, to try and sway the jury.
Yes. She's putting pressure. That's jury tampering. Yes.
Yeah.
She's putting pressure on the jury, telling them that there's going to be, if they don't give a guilty plea or guilty verdict, that there's going to be unrest, destruction, and everything else. So she's trying to sway the jury But she's getting away with it.
This makes absolutely no sense to me.
If you or
You know-
I did anything like that, we'd go to jail.
Yes,
No question.
no questions asked. That's jury tampering with the jury, trying to intimidate elected or, officials. You can't do that. You cannot do.
Apparently you can if you're a Democrat.
Oh, so the rules are different for them. I see.
It looks that way.
Well, y'all think about that, people. Think about what we just said. They have literally, Maxine Waters just doesn't even care. Intimidation tactics. If I was on that jury, Bill, I would be trying to, in some way, voice that to a judge or whoever, that you have this elected official who is making these statements like this, trying to intimidate the other 12 here into making a decision that may or may not be true or, sway the vote. It's none of this that they're doing is what this country is built on.
I'm not surprised. Let me just put it that way, because nothing surprises me anymore about what they do. I am shocked and appalled, but not surprised.
Oh, I'm shocked as well. But I mean, they literally take a dump on everything that I was taught to respect and I was taught to abide by. They just take a big old dump on it.
Mm-hmm.
You're supposed to be innocent until proven guilty. Now it's you're guilty no matter what, and we're going to make sure that you're guilty. Something else, I heard something about kind of going along this topic too, about Kyle Rittenhouse. Something came up about him this week, I believe too. I think he was supposed to be looking at not having any charges brought against him either.
That's the rumor. I've heard that. I'm not finding anything definite on it, but that's what's been going around social media.
So when do the people start to have any say anymore? I mean, isn't that what this is supposed to be about?
It's supposed to be.
Huh. Let that sink in a little bit. We, the people. We, the people. I think as soon as the Democrats can, they're going to burn that Constitution. They'll never let it see the light of day again. If they get what they want, that Constitution will never see the light of day again. I tend to believe that, and I still say this, that there are people out there who are fighting. Wherever you're at, we've got to dig in and back these people.
Something else that just don't make sense to me is, we have tools we use in our line of work that are designed not to kill you. Okay.
Yeah. Right.
Designed to force you away from something, to keep you from doing something, but not to kill you.
Yeah, to be a deterrent.
Yes. The city there in Minnesota, where all this is going down, the trial and everything's going down, the city council voted to ban the police from using all non-lethal devices, such as tear gas, rubber bullets, everything they've got that won't kill somebody, they can't use. So what are they supposed to do? Shoot them?
I was thinking start hoping and dreaming, I guess.
Yeah,
Use
I
hope.
guess, because I mean, that makes absolutely no sense. I mean, we have that stuff there for a reason. It was
Right.
developed for a reason,
Yep.
but they can't use it for that reason.
Well, if Maxine Waters wasn't inciting a riot, have to use it.
True.
This is the dumbest thing ever. I mean, you can't make this up. If like I said, I feel sorry for the people of Minnesota. I feel like there's going to be a mass exodus from these bigger, liberal cities. I've been told it's already started from California. People are flocking to Texas left and right. And I'm pretty sure it won't be long before we start seeing it here in our area.
Probably.
But you've got, I know that there are sane people there and they want to be protected. Every sane person wants to be protected. Why do you want to live in a city where you have to worry about going down to the store and being caught up in a riot and probably being trampled on? And then after you get trampled on, you'll be the one at fault because you tried to go out while they were having a riot. It's ridiculous. I cannot stress enough. The things that they do and say make no sense. And Bill, I'm just going to go ahead and say this too, because this is other stuff that's gone on that is just blowing my mind. Of course, you and I were talking about it. Putin has moved his troops to the border of the Ukraine.
Mm-hmm.
And then China has moved their troops along close to Taiwan.
Mm-hmm. And we have treaties with both of those countries.
Yes, we do. And in case you all didn't know, ladies and gentlemen, the Chinese Navy has been in mass production and is now, didn't you say it was about equivalent to the U.S. Navy?
Yep. If
Equal?
not bigger.
Now, let's understand this too. China has used slave labor to do this. So we don't know how long their boats are going to float, but they've done this. Everybody else is preparing to do things against us. And we have a government and a leader who's about as smart as a brick sitting on concrete patty. I mean, we can't fight on both ends. We just can't do it. There's not enough military. We don't have enough military to do it.
Not now.
No.
We were reading the other day that the retention and recruitment is at an all-time historical low. They can't keep the ones that got in there and they can't recruit anymore. So military is falling apart right before our eyes.
I don't know what to tell you all. I really don't. I mean, I can't even tell somebody they need to join the military today. Not with the league we have.
Not the way it's not the way they're turning here.
And for all of our brothers who may still be in right now, I mean, I don't know what to tell you either. I mean, brothers and sisters that are in the military. I mean, I really do feel for you guys. But I hope that in the end, the oath we took overrides anything that may come down that might be unlawful. Because we all took the same oath. But I know you've got a command staff, and I know the training you went through was to listen to your command. So bless your hearts. Bless your hearts. How are we doing on time, Bill?
We're at 30.
Okay. Speaking of our men and women in the military, Bill, they want to, I think you said this before, they want to weed out all of those military personnel who are more conservative type, or weed you out if you have an opinion that is less than the liberal socialist mindset.
Yeah, it's if you don't go along with the woke, I guess you'd call it, social justice warriors or whatever, if you don't go along with their philosophy, you got no place in the military. That's what their philosophy is now.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad I was in when I was. It was good timing, and I got out. It was just a blessing when I got out when I did, I guess, because I can't even imagine what my guys are going through right now. I don't know. I really don't know.
Not a good time.
No. But like I said, Bill, and like you said, it's not over, and we still have some power as people. We've got to start diving into this, every one of us. We've got to start weeding out our rhinos, getting people elected who are going to work for the people and who are going to make this nation great again.
Yep.
Because it only took Joe Biden, 5 months to put us all in the toilet.
Yeah.
And
but if you listen to his spokesman, nothing he's done has caused this to happen. It was just going to happen anyway.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. Little Miss Circleback.
Yeah, they've really been eating her alive. I need to look at some of the things on there. The news media has really been hitting her hard, and she hasn't responded well at all. But you got anything else, Bill?
I think that's about covers it.
Yeah, we've touched on a lot there that has happened this week, and it just doesn't stop. The hits keep on coming.
And one thing that gets me also is, you hear follow the science. We're the party of science. We believe the science. Unless it's the science of, if you're born a man, you're a man. If you're born a woman, you're a woman. That science don't count. If there's 50 genders, that science don't count. But we believe in all the science. It just burns my butt.
Hey, Bill. Also, photosynthesis was wrong either, because we're going to shave.
It just burns me up. I mean, and people buy it. That reflects back on our school systems.
Yes. Hey, I'll just tell you, my dad was a farmer, and we needed rain just as much as we needed sun to get those crops to grow. I'm just saying. But Bill, I'll give you the last word.
I hope everybody just, hunkers down and get out there and support your local candidates. We got to get the House back. We've got to get the Senate back. Get out there and campaign. Do whatever you can for them. But most of all, get out and vote when this next election comes up.
Yes.
And just do your part, and we'll go from there.
Yeah. I'm going to try to do my part on my end. But ladies and gentlemen, glad you stuck with us. Glad you're still with us. We here at the Blue Collar Minutemen doing everything we can to give you the best content, most up to date. Of course, we only go weekly shows, but if you were busy during the week, maybe we got you caught up. So on that note, remember to check us out on YouTube, like and subscribe to us on YouTube. Don't just watch the videos. Like and subscribe to us on YouTube. That way you get notifications of new videos that come out. Also, we're on Rumble. Like and subscribe to us there. Get on Rumble. Also, we're on our social media. We're on Spreely, MeWe. We do have a Facebook, which is BCMM, but because of different things, the content may not always be up to date. Let's just put it like that. But we are there on Facebook.
And
Did I leave?
we're on webpage.
Oh yes, just updated the website. Put mostly my website. The website has been some new updates, just with some inspirational sayings, things to get you thinking, new photos. So check out our website. Got a couple of blogs on there too. And I think that's about it.
Works for me.
All right. Blue Collar Minute Men. We're going to say you all have a good weekend. Thanks for joining us. God bless you all, and God bless America.
God bless.